Alright, how's it going? Today we're doing Solo Flawless Spire the Watcher on Hunter. Finishing off the season with the final Solo Flawless that I have to do. Using the Blade Barrage Assassin's Cowl build that I've used for quite a few other dungeons. It has proven itself to be really effective, really good for surviving, for safety, making things a lot less stressful thanks to invisibility and healing and infinite melees and radiant. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'll show the build in a sec. I forgot to do it. This was my first run of the day and I was a little bit tired, but yeah. So we're using, as I said, all these things. I'm also using a kinetic blinding grenade launcher, trace rifle, and Leviathan's Breath for damage. I've opted to start using the trace rifle instead of a fusion rifle to kill the eyes, just because well, it's actually not too bad. You can do it in one mag, which makes it pretty quick to do. And yeah, it just helps with target practice in general. And by the way, before we get started, I'd like to say that we're very close to getting 1,000 subscribers in this channel, and I'd really appreciate it if you could help me out to get to 1,000 within the next couple of weeks. That'd be so great. So yeah, like and subscribe if you find this helpful, enjoyable, or just want to see more of this stuff. Anyway, let's get into this. So we're going to start, kill the goblin there, then get a Leviathan's Breath the Minotaur. I use Leviathan's Breath to kill the Minotaurs on this just because I have Bricks and Beyond as well, so I have a good chance of getting 4 shots back for getting a void kill on him. We're going to start with building that circuit there. We do that because it's right next to us, obviously. We're not going to finish it. We're going to wait to get all of the ones ready to finish. We do that because if you finish one, then instead of harpies you get supplicants, and that's just really annoying. So we're going to do a cool bang shot with the grenade launcher, get that circuit going. We're just going to be throwing knives as frequently as possible because we might as well. Good thing about these knives are they're actually very powerful. They can one-shot a goblin or a harpy, or a hobgoblin, and that's all we need them to do. So now we're just gonna start the final one. And now we're just gonna finish them all. Easy. Now we're just gonna drop down. Thankfully in this season, you can no longer die from hitting a wall. So it doesn't matter too much if you take damage on that slide because you won't die. The lightweight grenade launcher we're using, I really barely use it. I only use it so I can have 2 special weapons, and also for the lightweight bonus. You can use a sniper rifle as well, that could be good for harpies, I guess. So we're just going to do a bit of nice bit of calm jumping. Gonna go invisible with this hobgoblin. Don't need to because there's nothing spawned yet anyway. Oh, a couple of harpies, but yeah. And we're just gonna run through everything as fast as possible. Don't need to kill anything. If you stop to kill stuff, you'll just take more damage than is worth it. Just gonna avoid all these guys, just run straight through them. No need to kill them. And let's get in the lift. Now we're gonna start spinning for good luck. It's very important to do. It gives you a nice little headache as well.
Information stored here, but could it be linked to my visions?
Now we're just going to start jumping up. And now we're going to have to climb the outside. Don't need a rally flag, because barely use any ammo to begin with, and also got pretty much full on everything anyway. So, we're going to use the Leviathan's Breath to kill the Minotaur, just because we can. He drops some special, which is nice. We can then start up the circuits. We're going to do the first two nodes. So the first starting node and then continue on to the left. The two starting, you know what I mean. Once again, we're just going invisible whenever we can, because we might as well. Also gives a health back, so yeah. Very nice. We're then gonna snipe the node with the trace rifle from the other side. And hit those two. And try to hit this one. There we go. And let's move up. Now that we still got the electrician buff, we're just going to go start those ones as well. I'm just going to do this side once again. Now we finish that, we're going to go to the left. We're going to continue on here. We're going to go invisible here, just so we can line up the shot. And we're done, let's go up. We're then going to start the one in front of us. Then gonna stop the first one just when we do that node, so we can get the two starting nodes at the end. You'll see why I do that once we get a bit further on. Missed the knife there, but it doesn't matter too much because you just run through them anyway. With 100 resilience, you got a lot of health, so no, it's not too bad. Anyway, we're just going to finish off both circuits there, and now we're going to race up to the top.
A Vex mine remains in this terminal like an open door. It's using the tower's arrays to connect with installations across Seoul. This must be in preparation to imprison the submine.
Now we're going to try to get the power flag here, but I was a second off. It doesn't matter, because I had full ammo anyway. Because it raced up, because I got the two final nodes at the end, had enough time on the electrician buff to just skip killing another Minotaur. Just a fun little thing. Anyway, so as per usual, I'm making it so I finish the platform. I finished doing all the fjords to the point where there's Minotaurs opposite me instead of to my sides. That way he won't be able to shoot me while doing damage, which makes it a lot safer. So I'm going to leave this Minotaur that's just on me alive, because he's going to be the one opposite to me. Now, even though I don't really need ammo, I'm still trying to just kill as much as possible, just so I can have bricks on the floor for later. Leviathan's Breath is actually really good for ammo economy in this fight, because you can't get off of full reserves, because there's just such a small window of damage. Which is nice, because it means you can use it for other things like the Minotaurs. And also I start to use them on the groups of Harpies, which is actually a fairly good strategy. So now this is the last one. I'm just killing all these goblins here, because they will start to eventually make their way up to the top, which can be a bit annoying. I'm also going to grab an overshield thanks to my repulsive race trace. And now we're just going to start. Just going to crouch here to hide from those harpies over there. Think about killing them, but there's no time. Anyway, so now we're just going to use the trace rifle to take out the eyes. I haven't had any practice this day, so really not the best. As you can see, after a couple of tries I can do it in one mag, but yeah. It gets better at the end. Annoyingly, actually, I have my best eye clear on the final phase, at which point it doesn't matter, because, you know, he didn't have much health anyway. Anyway, so that really wasn't a great damage phase, because I had to reload during the eye phase. I should also mention that I probably should use my super as well. Not only that, but also you can't get radiant off the throwing knife on Aglus unless it's a weighted throwing knife. Sorry, a lightweight throwing knife on one of his eyes, not the big eye, the small eyes. Because otherwise, when his face is open, they'll always hit for immune, which means you don't get radiant, which is annoying. There are some ways to subvert that. You can get some goblins to come up behind Aglus, and you can use them to get radiant. I say use them like I do that intentionally. I do that. It does happen sometimes, but I don't really plan on it. Now I'm just going to use this little area to Leviathan's Breath sort of take out the Harpies and Minotaur, just because it's a bit safer and I have the opportunity. Gonna grab some special for that. And I don't know what happened there. I was trying to get the overshield, which I did, but also finished him, but he was also dead, so that was a bit of... Anyway, I'm going to take out some more harpies while I have the time. As you can see, there's a goblin behind him, I'm gonna keep him alive to get Radiant off. Once again, really not doing well on these things. I threw the healing grenade there, that was a bit superfluous, but whatever. Anyway, so now we have Radiant and doing damage. As you can see, it is chunking him much more, thanks to the 20% boost. However, that's still not too great. Definitely could do better. Now I'm just gonna look for some ammo for a sec. For some reason, I'm really not getting lucky with the bricks and beyond in this section. Don't know what that knife was. Anyway, so yeah, if you don't know how to sort of get it so the Minotaur's on the opposite side when you start the damage, apart from the first phase, you want to kill the Minotaur and then start the do the fuel rod that he's on, and then go clockwise. And then you'll finish on one with the Minotaur, and you can just kill that one and leave the one on the opposite side to just stay alive. Fortunately, got all my ammo back there, which is very nice. Just gonna take some time to kill some harpies. Leviathan's Breath doing wonders as usual. Gonna take out the Minotaur and some more harpies. Leave one alive just in case it stops more from spawning. Gonna kill some more harpies while I'm at it. As you see, I'm not spamming the throwing knives, because if you do throw them too quickly, they'll glitch out and you won't get refunded it on the second kill, which obviously can be quite annoying. There you go, that's a much better eye phase, and also use my super, because I thought, yeah, probably should have done that the whole time. I was contemplating if it was a DPS loss, because I wouldn't have Archer's Tempo on the Leviathan's Breath up for as long. However, I guess it's not the case, because that is a lot better damage. So yeah, use your super if you're doing that. With one heavy-handed and hands-on, yeah, those are the ones, you will be able to get your super back. I think I have tier 6 intellect. I never pay attention to intellect anyway. I'm a dumb hunter, yeah. Yeah. So now basically we're just going to do this a lot more times. I think maybe 3 or 4. Definitely could have done it at least one phase fewer if I was using my super, and maybe another phase fewer if I was doing better at the eyes. So yeah, I'm really sick of this fight though. Like, I don't want to do multiple attempts on this. I'm fine with just getting it done. Now I'm getting better at the ice, still not great. Got red bar there, so I used the healing grenade. If this does happen to you, you don't want to push up too far on the Harpy, because I am going to go very weak here. Unfortunately, I have some goblins to kill to get my health back. And also an overshield. I don't know why I did that. Now I've lost my knife and my dodge and my healing grenade. So I'm just going to play a tiny bit more passively. By tiny bit I mean a lot more passively. There we go, there's a brick from beyond. See, there's 4 shots for free. So now I'm just waiting before we start the damage phase just to kill all harpies in sight. Or just about. Okay, I swear to you, I am sometimes good at the eyes. Don't know where my arrow went there. And I run out of... yeah, so, okay, so this bit is a bit annoying. So since I ran out of the arbitration buff because I'm stupid, I gotta get it from this Minotaur, right? But if I do that, then I'll have two Minotaurs attacking me from my left and right while I do damage. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to kill those two Minotaurs. That'll spawn another set. I'm also wondering why that didn't light up, but that'll cause some more ads to spawn, and then it's all just a mess. But all in the name of safety. I cannot be asked to try this again. Anyway, so now we're actually ready to start that chase finally. We do have a lot of harpies though. So I'm just gonna try to take some out. We also have some goblins, but those are actually fairly useful sometimes. Anyway, yeah, look, that was better, those eyes. It's hard on controller, like, I don't care what you say. I missed the shot there, which is really annoying. But I wasn't going to get it in that phase anyway. If anyone's counting, that's 4 grenade launcher shots I've used so far, out of the whole 30 minutes. So I'm getting pretty melted by Aggros. I always seem to get melted at this spot by Aggros, it's odd. So If that happens, just use a healing grenade. That's why you have it. Now just taking out some more harpies because I'm not gonna fail this now. See that was a great eyes. But yeah, it didn't really matter because it's the final phase. Anyway, so that's Act Blue's done. Finally. Honestly, unknown. I mean, Act Blue's is obviously longer than Percy's, which is a bit dumb by itself. But I don't know. Neither of them are particularly hard, especially with this build, with invisibility and healing. It's just so much goddamn time and busy work, you know? Anyway, so we're just gonna use the Leviathan's Breath to take out the crowds with the big explosions. And also volatile rounds to take out the hobgoblins. We're then gonna just use the Leviathan's Breath on the big boy. In the butt. I'm going to activate the 5 nodes in quick succession, and I'll open up the door. Now onto the Fans of Doom. Just go with them. Just drop down. Go with the flow, be zen about it. You know? Now to the second of these, we're just going to do the same thing. If you get an orb, so you have volatile flow, with Leviathan's Breath, the big impact, any damage done will cause enemies to become volatile, which means it massively increases the act clearing potential. So now that we've killed the Minotaur, we're just going to back up a bit so we can see all the symbols. Symbols, notes, whatever. This is basically just the Witch Queen puzzle. Now I'm going to spend an embarrassingly long amount of time trying to find the hole. Now for this final fan, you can just jump straight over the top and down and through. Now to the electricity section. We're going to jump out to spawn all the enemies, then we're going to Leviathan's Breath the Hydra. If you get a crit, it will one-shot. If not, then I guess not. I thought I might as well use my Blade Barrage, so I'll just do that. That's 5 GL shots now. So yeah, we just take out all these guys, then some more waves will spawn, including Minotaurs. So we're just going to clear out everything. Don't need to kill that extra Hydra, but might as well. Anyway, so we're going to try to get to a vantage point where we can see as many things as possible. I accidentally get it started by killing that fanatic though, which is a bit annoying because I'm getting flinched all over the place. Getting a tiny bit stressful, but nothing too major. See, now we're done. Now everything's despawning. I could go without a rally flag, but I might as well get one. And let's drop down. For whatever reason, the rally flag circle has become an oval here. I noticed that a couple times. Bit odd. No idea why. Anyway, so to start off with, we're just going to use the Leviathan's Breath to take out the Hydra. We're also going to be using the knives to kill supplicants, because they won't explode, they'll disintegrate, which is amazing. For this, for obvious reasons. You also go invisible and get your health back, which is just a really nice way to deal with supplicants. Because yeah, supplicants are the hardest part about this encounter, and using the strategy, they are completely trivialized. They can be in the middle of exploding, and they just won't, because I'll kill them with my knife. Now we're just going to finish up that circuit there. And do this one. And we're just going to run straight out. Since we were going invisible all the time, there'll still be a lot of enemies just randomly there because I didn't need to kill them. So now onto the main part, the damage phase. If you have double time dilation and you've been getting a lot of orbs, you shouldn't have to worry about armor charge. Anyway, we're going to start off with a blade barrage. We're then going to radiant, and then just use the Leviathan's Breath. I have found that even if you don't get the Archer's Tempo, he still takes such a while to stagger that you can infinitely stun lock him. But of course you do want to get Archer's Tempo so you can increase the damage output. I used to be a bit iffy about Leviathan's Breath because he would stagger and almost turn a complete 90 degrees so you can see his crit again. But I found that if you... well, since you infinitely stun him, you can get right up into his feet, and it's much easier to hit the crit from there. So once we're done with that, we're going to run into the back room and use the Leviathan's Breath to take out the Hydra. Then I'm just going to clear the entrance out, and then take out the Minotaur. I think I used the wrong weapon there, but another supplicant done and dusted. That was a bit close there, but... anyway, so now we're going to do the next circuits. They will be the ones that I didn't do last time. Every 2 phases, you'll complete all 4 of them. Now we're just going to finish that off there, and it's time to leave. Now I do have some supplicants still alive, so I'm just going to take care of them. Everything on the outside will despawn once you start. Once the damage phase begins. But you do want to get orbs from them, so you want to kill them before that. So the Blade Barrage is really important for this, because as you can see that did a lot of damage compared to the Violence Breath, and compared to how much it did on Aklu's. That's because Wyverns have an insane amount of damage resistance to weapons, but not to abilities. I think it's something like 65%. Yeah. So, yeah, you really want to prioritize ability damage. I tried to use Starry to scales for this, but you have to play so much slower. Of course, you do want to get as many shots off as possible, but you want to take a little bit of time to aim, so you can get Archer's tempo back again. Now, I forgot that I didn't have my knife there, so I almost died, but for whatever reason, dodging seemed to make him forget that I was right next to him, which is actually quite nice. So now I thought Akalus was on that side. He wasn't, he was in the middle, but it doesn't matter too much. Sorry, not Akalus, Perseus. No. He's going back for the orb. Those were some good hits. So yeah, doing about 1/6 of his health every phase, which is actually really nice. Considering it's not too difficult as well. Radiant and Blade Barrage really do help. That node was being a bit annoying, don't know why. And here we go, this should be the lowest damage phase coming up. Don't know what happened there. But I'm gonna run straight at him so I can get a dodge so I can get my knife back because I really needed it. I'm just gonna pace my shots out a little bit more, even hit his back once. And we're done. God damn, finally. I do not like this dungeon. It's too long. Anyway, so that's that done. Hope you enjoyed, hope you found this helpful. If you did, like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated. Really want to hit 1,000 subs soon, so that'd be great if you could help out. And I'll see you next time. Bye.